Hey everybody, I'm Nick, this is Comnicks, and this is the Knightfall Challenge. Let's jump into it. So this challenge video is really to see if I can put together an entire collection of the entire run of Knightfall, Knight's Quest, Knight's End, the prologue, everything, Sword of Azrael. Can I put the whole thing together in individual issues instead of buying an omnibus, or several of them? And I was like, we'll put it on YouTube, see if anybody gets a kick out of this. I don't know. But it gives me something to hunt for. With my collecting these days, I really kind of go for keys. I think a lot of people do that. And I really miss when I was a kid and I was collecting for myself and I was getting everything, anything, trying to fill runs and do stuff. So this little experiment is going to get me back into hunting, finding more comic shops, finding cooler places to find comics. And I wanted to see, let's see if we can put Batman Knightfall together. I looked it up online and I was like, how many books actually are in there? I've run into a few in collections I've bought to sell on whatnot, and I ran into stuff I never even knew existed, like the Knight's Quest, the Knight's End part of Knightfall. And I was like, how many books actually are there? Let me look it up. And I found an article on comicbookherald.com and it had this list. I was like, all right, I think it's like 117 or some odd books. Like, let's see. We won't go for like every little variant and stuff like that, but can we get the whole thing in VF or higher condition? They're dollar bin books, not all of them. Vengeance of Bane, that's probably the biggest one out of there. And then even Breaking of Batman and Batman 500 will be a little tricky to get for super cheap. But here we are. Like, what can we do? What do I have already? I had gotten in recently Batman 489, second appearance of Bane, and I was like, maybe I can do this. Maybe I can do this challenge. Maybe I should do Knightfall. So I'm starting with the second appearance of Bane and my own personal copy out of my PC, Batman 497. I wasn't sure if I wanted to give up my personal copy for this challenge, but for now, since we don't have anything else, I'm going to keep this in there. We'll see how it goes. Now, I was able to pick up a collection recently off Facebook, and I got lucky. I had a couple books in there. So we're going to head over to the bench real quick, take a look at those books. All right, so we're starting off the challenge, like I said, with Batman 489, the second appearance of Bane. Very nice copy of that too. And Batman 497, my personal copy of the Breaking of Batman. So this weekend we actually got a Facebook Marketplace collection in, had some stuff in it, and actually had some Knightfall stuff in it too. So we ended up with Batman 490. We also got Batman 511. Batman 511. This one's actually pretty cool. This is Batman Legends of the Dark Knight, issue 63 in a DC Universe logo. I'm not going to try to get a lot of different variants. Newsstand, direct, doesn't really matter to me. I'm just trying to get VF or better, but it's cool to get a DC Universe logo in there. And the last book was Robin, issue 11. All right, guys, so that's what we got so far. We'll update the list, and it's not a lot of books, but it's a start, and you got to start somewhere. So like and comment down below. Subscribe if you want to follow along with me and see if we can do this crazy little journey on a challenge that nobody asked for. Can we make the entire Knightfall saga in individual issues? All right, see you in the next video.